I got really excited because I didn't think there'd be any shadows, but I'm pretty sure this whole section is a giant shadow. And you can see my ugly suitcase. Alright. I asked you guys to send me words on Twitter, and basically what I do is I take the word and I try to think of a story that has happened to me, a real story, and I just share little mini stories with you guys. I got a lot of words, so this is gonna be either a really long video, who knows. All my videos have been really long lately. I think all my videos have been reaching like 20 minutes and I'm like, I need to calm down. Cheese. My mom used to have this story that she would tell all the time, and she used to say it was the funniest story ever. I think I actually, did I tell this story already? I think I actually might have told this story already. You know what, I don't really care. My mom would tell every single person that we met, every single friend that we would bring over, the cheese story. And the cheese story was basically just when we were kids, she had bought this special horseradish cheddar cheese, which just sounds fucking gross. But she bought it so that she could make this thing with it. But one of the kids, like me or one of my siblings, ate the cheese, and she brought us all into the kitchen and was like, okay, who ate my cheese? And none of us would fess up to it, and then finally, like after so long, my sister fessed up to it. But my mom used to call it the funniest story ever, but like it's not funny at all. Sorry to break it to you. Dog. I don't know why this is the one story that comes into my head considering I have like 400 dogs, but when me and my siblings were younger, we weren't allowed to have a pet. Well, every time we had a pet, the dog would just be awful because apparently we were horrible pet owners. But we would pretend like this toy was a real dog, and it wasn't like a fake dog, it wasn't a stuffed animal. It was literally a ball with little spikes on it that lit up when you rolled it around. And like it had another mini ball inside of it, so like when you turned it on, the ball would kind of move on its own, but we would literally pretend this thing was our animal. We also had an R2-D2 that was like life-size R2-D2 that moved and had like a cup holder that came out of him, but he would make noises and like beep boop, and it was the sickest shit ever, and we would pretend like it was our pet. Coach. When I was in elementary school, this was before I started dancing or anything, I actually was on a basketball team. I was a professional basketball player and my dad was the coach. And I remember like one of the only times I actually got to play, because I sucked ass obviously. The only time I really got to play, I stood in the middle of the court, like I didn't know where the fuck to go, so I just like stood there and everybody was like, this is why you get benched, Courtney. And now I'm your guys' coach. How awesome is that? Speaking of coach, there's another word that's gonna come up in a little bit. This is just me hinting at it, so like keep watching. I have an announcement to make about being a coach, kind of. It kind of goes along with it, I guess. Roast dinner. Don't ask me how I have a story that goes with this, because I honestly don't know. In 7th grade, I think it was, for my birthday. This was my birthday party. Like, people have like the coolest fucking birthday parties. They do like theme parties and shit. I had my mom host a formal dinner for me and my friends. And I'm gonna post a picture of like what I look like right here and like my friends and that kind of stuff, because there's so many pictures from that night. But literally I had like a formal dinner. We wore like fancy dresses. It's kind of funny. I was about to take a drink, but I'm like, no, my story is more important. I didn't have a strapless bra because I was like 2 and I didn't have boobs, so I didn't really need a strapless bra, but I really wanted to wear a bra with my dress. So I took a white bra and I literally took foundation and dyed my straps with my foundation, like nude, because I thought like camouflage didn't work. You can actually see it in the picture. I'm gonna zoom in. Banana. I hate bananas. I'm not a banana person. So all the foods that I didn't like when I was younger, my aunt would tell me like if I would eat them, certain things would happen. I have really curly hair naturally, and when I was younger I had cute little ringlets. Now my hair is just like, because I fucked it up, but I used to have cute little ringlet hair, and my aunt would tell me if I ate the crust on my bread, my hair would stay like that, or like my hair would get even curlier, and I was like, fuck yeah. So I would eat the crust, like I would just eat crust just by itself, because I was like, I want curly hair. She'd do that with shampoo too, because I never wanted to shampoo my hair. She'd be like, if you shampoo your hair, it'll do this. So I would like, you know, why did that come in? Oh, bananas. Because I'm pretty sure, I don't know if she ever did it with bananas, but she would do it with all these kinds of food. Like she'd be like, if you eat this, this is gonna happen. Diet Coke. I want to know how my addiction with this started. Well, I mean, I kind of know. My entire family has drank soda, like since the beginning of time. Like since the Semples inhabited this earth, we have been drinking soda. Not just Diet Coke, but just any type of soda. But growing up, we would always have diet soda in the fridge because my mom would always drink it. And when I was younger, it was like you can have one a day. So you choose wisely what time you want to have it. But like we couldn't have it before noon, or we couldn't have it after 6 or 7, some stupid shit like that. But over time, we just became rebels and started to drink about 17 a day. Me and my brother are really the only people who have this ridiculous problem with it. I bought that huge thing of Diet Coke that I posted the video. I had that huge thing of Diet Coke and I brought it home. I was drinking it in my room, like just so casually, and then I put it in the fridge to make it cold for the next day. I woke up, the whole fucking thing was gone. You owe me $1.67, Sam. My mom at one point, me and my brother were drinking so many that she was like, you're not allowed to have any Diet Coke anymore. If you want Diet Coke, you have to pay for it. So we would literally have to pay 25 cents per Diet Coke. Do you know how fast I ran out of quarters? I used to have a jar like this big, just full of change. I ran out of quarters probably in 2 weeks. I used nickels, I used dimes, I used whatever the fuck I had. Like my mom was like, all right, this just sucks now. But I would go get cash. I'd literally have to go get cash out and I would put like $1 in and that would be my soda for the day. No problem. Target. I went to Target tonight actually, and I bought, let me show you. Target haul. Well, I bought Diet Coke, but I also bought new makeup brushes. I already took them out of the packaging because I already used them, you know. But I bought Sonia Kashuk's brushes. I mean, I've never used these types of brushes before, and so far they're actually really nice. They're really soft, like ridiculously soft. And then, like I said, I got my Diet Coke. This one doesn't have a name on it, and I'm actually kind of sad. I feel like I'm talking extra fast this video, and I'm very sorry. I actually have a lot of energy right now. I'm not really sure why. Ghosts. My friend, you know who she is. Brittany was actually telling me earlier in the car, I think it was today. It's either today or last night. But she reminded me, she's like, hey, if you ever make another like ghost story video, remember the time, insert story here that I'm gonna tell you. I think I've mentioned it before. Honestly, I feel like I'm just gonna start accidentally repeating stories because I have the memory of like a goldfish. But we went to a cemetery one time. Her neighbor passed away about 6 years ago. So we went to the cemetery just to kind of visit her grave and just hang out for a little bit. And as we were walking around, we got to this one part of this field where it just got like ice cold. Like it was just this circle in this field, this tiny circle that it was just freezing. And we walked through it and neither of us said anything, but we kind of like looked at each other. And once we looked at each other, we were both like, did you feel that? Beach. When we were at VidCon, we went to the beach one day, and I'm not a very good swimmer. I've probably mentioned this in about every single one of my videos by now, but I can't really swim at all. So everybody wanted to go into the beach, like into the water to swim, and I was like, well, see ya guys. Kyler stayed with me and all of them went out swimming. So we were just standing, you know, casually on the beach watching all of our friends swim and have fun. We had a frisbee, so we started collecting little seashells and he dug the frisbee into the sand and we caught like a little critter. It was the cutest fucking thing. We ended up catching like 3 more because we were so fucking bored. We literally collected seashells for probably 20 minutes. Like an old man started helping us collect seashells. He's like, look at this one. So he would give them to us. We had a whole frisbee full of seashells and little animals. And after honestly like 20 minutes, we were like, are our friends still in the water? Like, what are they doing? And then we walk back to where all of our stuff is and everything is gone. We're like, they walked right past us and didn't bother to be like, hey guys, like we're done. Like we're gonna go up to the pier. So we're like just down there collecting seashells for probably 15 minutes, picking our asses and all of our friends left. Airplane. I'll be on an airplane in about 2 weeks visiting my friends. I'm excited. I'm going to Texas. Cracker or explosion? There was one year I went to New Mexico with one of my friends and we actually got to be in this 4th of July parade. It was actually really cool. We had these collared matching shirts, you know, everybody on the float had them, and we got to throw necklaces at people. Like I felt famous. But then later on we were in charge of the fireworks show because the people running the parade also did the fireworks for the town. It was like this cute town in New Mexico. I honestly would love to just live in this tiny little town where everybody knows each other and like do fun shit like blow things up with firecrackers. But we were literally front row to this fireworks show, so they were setting them off and we were like 10 feet away from them. It was really cool. We also went to an alpaca farm while we were there. I love alpacas. I want an alpaca so bad. Did you know they pee and poop in the same spot every time? But they're so soft, it's so amazing. We got to go into the alpaca field where all of the alpacas were, touch them and pet them and just love them and their just presence. And one of them actually like did like a horse thing where it was like on its back legs, and I thought it was gonna kill me, and so then I left. But I still love them. Stars. Somebody told me a really cool fact, a girl that I used to work with, about a constellation, and I always forget it, and I always want to tell people about it, and I'm always so excited to tell people about it. I was at a party one time and I was like, want to hear something cool? Let's go outside. And I tried to like look up and find the constellation, and I was like, I forgot what it's called. What was it called? It reminds me of like lasagna or Cassiopeia. It's Cassiopeia. It's a constellation that I'm probably gonna be completely wrong. Nicole, if you're watching this, thanks for the cool fact that I always get wrong, but I try to tell people anyway so that I sound smart. It's a constellation called Cassiopeia, and the brightest star in the constellation is like the same brightness and the same size as our sun or something like that, but if you were standing right in front of it, something about the sun being really big. I love science. I actually really do like science. I really like learning about weather, and I like learning about the ocean. I will go on sprees on YouTube where I watch like 25 craziest storms or 10 deep sea ocean critters you didn't know existed. I literally get so sucked into that shit that it's not even funny. I've probably seen every video about like the deep ocean on YouTube. And tornadoes. I love tornadoes. I love tsunamis. Like, I used to think tsunamis looked like the sky. Like, that's how tall the waves were, but I was very wrong. I was actually kind of disappointed when I found out they weren't. Probably good that they're not like that, but I'm still kind of sad, because how cool would that be? Pizza, shameless self-plug, go watch my Krusty Krab pizza video. Sports. I am awful at all sports of all kinds. I was never very good at them. The only thing I was ever good at was capture the flag. My camera stopped recording and I don't know where I was in the story, so that was cool. And it was like where you wore the belt made of flags and you would have to like run to the other side and grab their football and run back, or like whatever items they had on the other side. I was awesome at the game because I was so tiny and invisible, and then I could just like walk to the other side and grab it and come back. Animal crackers. What is the movie where it goes like, animal crackers in my soup? Is it? It's not Annie. It's definitely not Annie. Comment down below if you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Except nobody probably will because it's so old. Now that song is gonna be stuck in my head forever. I guess I could Google it. We're gonna Google it. Google animal crackers in my soup song.
Search in Google for animal crackers in my soup song.
Shirley Temple. Okay, it was Shirley Temple. Golf? My dad golfs all the time, and when we were younger, we used to have a house up in Flagstaff, which is just up north in Arizona, and we lived on a golf course, so I would always go with my dad to go golfing, and I would get to drive the golf cart. It was like the highlight of my childhood. Someone said grapes, but for some reason it reminded me of carrots. I've choked on a carrot before. I've choked on ice. I've choked on a gumball. Like to the point where I thought I was going to die. All of the above. I thought I was gonna die. I've swallowed a penny before. I don't know why, but I just decided one day that I was gonna swallow a penny. I think that was the same day I stuck my foot in an anthill and I literally had ants climbing up my entire leg. It's a scarring day. Swallowed a penny and got my leg covered in ants. There was one time, because these were all at the same house, I had a Dr. Pepper and I was up in my playground and I set the Dr. Pepper on the ledge of the playground while I was playing. When I went to go back inside, I took a drink of my Dr. Pepper and there was a bee in it, and I literally spit my Dr. Pepper all over my white carpet and threw my Dr. Pepper. My parents were pissed. But I touched my tongue to a bee. How else would you react to that? And I was probably like, I was definitely under 2nd grade. How old are you in 2nd grade? I was literally probably like 6. Who's drinking Dr. Pepper at 6 years old? Whose parents let them do that? Mine. Don't judge me. I told you soda has been in my life since the dawn of time. Canes. I haven't had canes in so long and I think I'm having withdrawals. Socks. I have a really weird sock obsession. Actually tempted to like do a sock haul really quick. I have so many pairs of weird socks, like so many pairs of long socks. I have these ones on right now and they say desert vibes. They're pretty lame, but they're from Victoria's Secret. I only got these ones because they were in a pack with socks that had a cute little cactus on them and I wanted a cactus one. But I have like pizza socks, I have taco socks, I have every sock that you could possibly think of. I stopped wearing them for a while. I used to wear them everywhere. When I was in high school, I was a huge advocate of not wearing shoes places because I was just a rebel. And I would go to like Walmart and stuff just in my socks. It was fucking gross. Minecraft. I got into an SMP because I begged people to let me onto their SMP, and I got on for like maybe 10 minutes and I was like, if I don't get off right now, my life is going to be consumed. I'm so scared of getting addicted to Minecraft again because I was so addicted. I don't know why. I'm bad at it. I'm so bad at the game. I'm bad at most games that I play, but I get addicted to them really easily. Story time. Yesterday morning, I was kind of in a funk and I woke up at maybe 10 o'clock and I literally didn't move until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Like I laid in my bed for 4 hours because I just didn't feel like moving. I have a Nintendo 64 right here. I'm not gonna show you because then I have to fix the camera and I don't wanna do that. I have a Nintendo 64, like in my direct line of vision. I really wanted to play Mario and that was the only thing that got me out of bed yesterday. I was like, I'm gonna play Mario. Set it up to my TV, couldn't get it to fucking work. Tried every single input. I tried plugging the little cords into like every possible hole in my TV. Didn't work. I was really sad. I was like, I got up for this, but it made me get up, so poop. My senior year, my first day back. So if you guys didn't watch my anxiety/depression video, I left school halfway through my junior year and I did online school for just a semester. My first day back my senior year, I was so nervous to go back to school because I figured people would be like, why did you randomly drop off the face of the earth? Which they did, but I was kind of happy that people noticed that I was gone. Like that was a good feeling. But the first day back, I didn't have a first period class, but I was gonna try to get my schedule changed so that I would. So I got to school the same time everybody else would since I couldn't to get my schedule changed, I had an hour to just kind of hang out and wait until my next class would start. I was so nervous and so anxious that I had to poop really bad. So I tried to go into the office bathroom because I was like, there's not going to be a lot of people in here because it's the office and everybody's in class, but it was locked. So I was walking to a building, like one of the buildings where all the classrooms are, which it's terrifying to poop in those buildings because there are other students in those buildings and potentially in the bathrooms. But I kept telling myself, I'm like, if you don't make it to a bathroom in the next like 5 seconds, you were going to shit your pants. I legitimately thought I was going to shit my pants my first day back at school. It's fun. Spaghetti. I just had spaghetti, actually. What's up, Riddle? What's up, manager? Art class. In art class one time, we had to make something out of clay, and I'm not talented whatsoever, so I made a bar of soap. I carved a rectangle and wrote soap in it. Dance class, oh my gosh, in high school, my best friend actually got into an argument with our dance teacher, and there was like this group of girls who were really ridiculously close with our dance teacher at the time. While they were arguing, one of the other girls got up and she was like, shut the fuck up, or I'm gonna kick your ass. So then my best friend has a huge mouth, so she was like talking back to her, and then she started talking back. Everybody was just sitting in a circle, like all of the girls in the dance class, and these girls are just walking around the room because my best friend's trying to avoid this girl because this girl's terrifying, and she's like coming after her. She's like gonna fight her. In that situation, I was like, I'm gonna get stepped on and I'm gonna die. Weed. I'll tell you guys a weed story. I don't smoke weed anymore. I used to smoke weed. Sorry mom, sorry dad. I don't smoke anymore though. I don't really like it. I don't really like what it does to me. I get really anxious on it, which I don't know what I expected. Everything makes me anxious. There was one time me and my friend were picking up marijuana. We met the guy at Walgreens and I was sitting in my car waiting for him to pull up, and I was just kind of leaning forward like on my steering wheel like this, and we see his car pull in, and I was like, oh, I think that's him. And when I pointed, like my elbow hit the horn on my car, so it like honked. And I started yelling at my friend. I was like, why did you do that? And she's like, how the fuck would I honk the horn from all the way over here? But literally, I honked my horn. Do you know how bad that looks to this guy that we're buying weed from? He's like, you dumbass, why are you bringing attention to our situation, and why are you honking at me like, I'm over here, hey, drug dealer, this car right here wants to buy some weed. Like, it was the dumbest moment of my life. And last but not least, merch. So I made an announcement on my Twitter, but I know not everybody follows me on Twitter or on social media, so I'm gonna talk about it for a little bit here, at least on the ideas. But here's my idea. I have a lot of things in my head that I want to create, but this is my main one. This is the one I'm so excited about. Since you guys call me coach, I wanted to do something where it almost looked like a team jersey, because it's like, we're a team. Like, we do this all together. Like, this wouldn't be possible without every single one of you. Like, you're like my little team. And for those of you who don't know, my name on Twitter is Old Spice. I like the word spicy, and it just kind of became a thing. Like, I wanted to start a Spice Girls tribute band. Spice became a thing. So I wanted to do a baseball tee, so like the 3/4 length t-shirts. I just wanted to do black and white just to keep it really simple. On the front, like on your boob, it would say cjades, just in cursive, really small. And then on the back of the shirt, it would say Lil Spice, and then a 20, like a number 20. That would be like our team number. And the reason for 20 is because T is the 20th letter in the alphabet, so I thought like we can incorporate everything into one t-shirt, and I'm really excited about it. Let me know if you guys want like a different name on the back of the shirt or anything like that. I had a poll going on Twitter and Lil Spice won by a long shot, so we're gonna go with that most likely. But let me know if you guys have any ideas, anything you want to see in the future. I know a lot of people want a t-shirt just for T, which I will try to do, but probably not right now. I want to do hats. I want to do all these kinds of things. I have a lot of ideas, and I just need to just express them in some way. But yeah, that's my little announcement. Yeet. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've been talking for a really long time. I have a lot of little stories that I want to share with you guys all the time because I love you guys and I want you to know every tiny detail of my life. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. I don't know how I'm capable of talking so much. I really don't know. Literally, people are like, I meet you in person and you're so quiet, but like in your videos, you don't shut the fuck up. That's the life. That's the life I live. Oh, I guess I can show you my Nintendo now. I'm gonna zoom in next to my cake that is nicely on display. There she is. There we go. Holy shit, this camera can zoom in far. Oh my god. I didn't even know that was possible. Damn. Look at her go.